Greetings everyone, my name is SuitGomez and I have a guest here.
Hello everybody, this is Schizo here from the last time we reviewed the set.
Yeah. Alright, so we're actually gonna do a class review instead of a card review. So we're gonna discuss some cards, but not all of them. Okay, so first up we have the 8 mana 8/8 Splintergraft.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is like a Leroy Jenkins or a Boar, maybe even Serenite Chingang. That's probably it.
I really don't see the combination of this card with something else at the moment. I mean, it guarantees that you have a 10 mana drop, but still, which card could you have in play on turn 8, or maybe even later in the game, that you would want a 10 mana 10/10 from?
That costs 10. So and then you still have your turn 9, which...
Yeah. I'm not really sure. Like for 8 mana 8/8, I'd rather play an Iron Bar Protector, something with Taunt.
Yeah.
The Lich King.
Good choice.
Yeah.
So we're not even gonna talk about Duskfall and Aviana. Great art, but fucking worthless card.
Well, some people reckon to disagree because of the 7 health, but the only thing I'm thinking about is it's 5 mana, 7 health, so you're committing your 5-drop for it.
Yeah, but the problem is your opponent gets to play their cards first with 0 mana.
Exactly. So probably combo decks can go off pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Basically, if I would play against this card and I have something of removal in my hand, that's an easy pick for me. I'd play something big that I can play for at least a few turns, and then I destroy this creature. Thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly. So, no. Okay, so Gloomstark, it's...
My opinion about all these odd and even cards is I must see how the new Year of the Raven will develop and what kind of decks will pop up. Because the unique mechanic that we had with Reno Jacksons and stuff, I wasn't quite fond of it, but it did actually turn out to create some interesting decks. So I'm curious if there are some odd or even cost decks out there who stand a chance in the meta.
Yeah, we'll see. I say for 5 mana for 8, Priest cannot attack this because they have no potions. So they cannot lower the attack. At 4 attack is the most terrible against Priest, so Priest will have a hard time with this one. So...
Yeah, but still, all these cards is like you have to commit your entire deck to this.
Yeah.
So you're losing half of the cards approximately.
Yeah, we'll see about this one. Okay, so Whispering Woods, they said there was going to be like a new mechanic, or well, not really new mechanic, but a new thing. It's going to be called Hand Druid.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure about this one. Like, I did think about this with Whispering Woods. Like, you have 7 cards, so you have 7 1/1 Wisp, but my opponent can have Swipe, Hellfire, Defile, everything.
Yeah, I think they're trying to push Druid to a more aggro control kind of deck. Also, when you look at Witchwood Apple, which is 2 mana to add those 3 2/2 treants to your hand.
Yeah, which you can combo with Whispering Woods because you get 3 more Wisps, but...
And I'm trying to see how they want this to work because it's a rather slow mechanic, a slow build to go to.
Yeah. On its own, like with 1/1 Wisp with 7 and my opponent has nothing, then with Savage Roar, then it's going to be like 24 damage on his face. So that's ridiculous on turn 5. But like that's probably like the miracle outcome. So like on its own, I don't see it.
I presume it is a threat if you can fill your board with creatures, and we've seen the Druid deck already that pumps all his creatures, the +1/+1s.
Yeah, and also Living Mana, which also did pretty good, by the way.
So basically, it would be more Druid going to bum rushing,
yeah,
swarming, not big creatures, but just a lot of them.
It's a nice card to have like immediately like your whole board full. Like in Wild, this could very well work with Pilfered Mana. What was the Pilfered Power?
Don't forget Knife Juggler.
Oh yeah, that as well. But with Pilfer Power, you're gonna get like immediately like 7 mana, which is ridiculous on turn 5. You have already 10, so that's bullcrap. Okay, so it's a pretty good card on its own, but will it see play? I'm not sure.
And yeah, the other 2 cards, the Forest Guide and the Witching Hour. The Forest Guide,
Worthless. Sorry, worthless for me. Maybe it's like some mill druid, but again, my opponent gets his new card first, so he gets to play it first. So again, no, sorry.
And the same with Witching Hour. You can randomly summon back a friendly beast for 3.
I find that pretty good.
Beast Druid a thing?
Well, it is actually. Well, it has been. Let me say it like that. It has been. So, well, with the new taunt, like the Grizzle one, that's going to be insane. However, with Gloomstack, it's going to be a 2/6. So that's worthless. So you don't want a Gloomstack with your Witching Hour deck. That's horrible. So with the Grizzle one, it's pretty, and plus you can also get another Hydronox, which is also pretty fun. So
your Hydronox.
Yeah, well, I find that card really fun. But will it see play Witching Hour? Yes, definitely.
We'll see.
Witchwood Apple, 2 mana, add 3 2/2 treants to your hand. No, sorry, 2 mana for each treant. No, sorry.
I think it's more for filling up your hand.
Yeah, that is, but
more creatures than anything else.
Yeah, but if you're against the mill deck, which will probably be a thing in this meta, if they're gonna try hand druid, then you're pretty effed. You're in bad shape.
Yeah.
Like my Furin gets milled, all my other stuff gets milled. What am I stuck with? Oh, 2/2 treants. Oh, great. No, sorry.
We'll see.
Yeah. So druid overall, for now it's not a very good.
There might be some combo mechanics, but I think we have to wait for the other 3 cards before we can get a fair judgment on Druid.
Well, let's just say for the judgment for now, like with these cards, I will say it's mediocre.
I'm a bit undecided yet.
I think it's like mediocre. I will probably a Druid will see some play with the new cards, but not much.
I'm just disappointed in the legendaries.
Yeah, me too. Like with the Duskfall and Alviana, the artwork is so good, it's beautiful, but the effect is shit. It's so shit. I thought at first it was like an April Fool's joke, but it was not. That was horrible. All right, next up, Hunter.
Amarys.
I love the effect, but it's horrible.
I have no idea what they are trying to accomplish with Amarys.
No, me neither.
Hunter has always been a class that is bum rushing, that is going to be quick. There is almost no control in Hunter. There is some that's coming up at the moment with the Spellstones, but still, on turn 10 at least.
My hand is empty.
Does your hand contain a lot of creatures? And even if it does, then the game has already turned weird. And then you spent 10 mana for an 8/8, which on its own, on that turn, did nothing.
Nope.
It's just an 8/8 body.
It's
what the hell?
Like with some this could probably be the best for like Death Knight, that you created all beasts. But then you need to have like low beasts with high health and high attack to make this look really great, and low mana. So,
like if this card would be Druid, then I would get it.
Oh yeah, that would be insane.
Because then you have the Witchwood Apple. Then I would get it. Like if you can spend the later turns filling up your hand with creatures and then play Amarys on turn 10, I get it. But this is Hunter.
Yeah.
This card doesn't feel at the right place.
No, me neither. So no. Next up, Houndmaster Shaw, 4 mana 3/6 stats.
This is what I like.
Yeah, stats are great. With Rush, it's also pretty good. So like Control Hunter could be a thing. And it's not only beasts; it's all minions. So that is actually pretty ridiculous.
Well, what I like most about Houndmaster Shaw at the moment is you're getting more control about the trades you're doing.
Yeah.
Basically, in Hearthstone, it has been quite known that the player who has more board control also decides which trades are going to happen. And in this case, all the creatures that you play, if you're not the one having board control, you can put those creatures to use right away because they can attack enemy minions. It's not like charge, but charge will be a little bit OP at the moment. But it's like I can play my 2/2 creature or my 3/2 creature, and I can attack something with it. That's what I like. I can take control back over the traits on the board. I can try to get board control back.
Yeah. And even actually, I'm looking at the other cards we'll talk about in a moment with Dire Frenzy. Even if you have like low minions, let's say, who we're gonna call out here. Let's say Goldsire. Oh no, it needs to be a beast, of course. What's the low beast?
Why a beast?
Well, with Dire Frenzy.
Oh, Dire Frenzy. Okay.
Well, if it doesn't have charge like Boar, you can get easily like +3/+3 and rush with Houndmaster Shaw, which is pretty crazy actually to think about it. But yeah, with this card, I will definitely play it. It's a great card. The artwork, by the way, as well, looks amazing.
Still, as I was saying, it's not like you have to build your deck around this card.
No.
I like the fact that his effect gives you that control back. It gives you a good shot on regaining board control if you lost it.
Yeah. Oh man, this card is going to be great.
If I can decide how I want to trade my creatures at the moment I can play them, sure, give me that.
Yeah. Next up, we have 4 mana 2/4 Toxmonger. Whenever you play one cast, man, you get poisonous. So a lot of people are saying with Elven Archer it will combo, and it will definitely combo because it's crazy. And
charge, rush, or come into play effect that deals damage.
Yeah. But even with like the Elven Archer Battle Cry, it will destroy a minion right away, which is crazy to think about it.
Yep.
But on its own, with its stats, it's worthless.
4 mana, 4 health.
Yeah, and even 2 attack. So on the stats, it's worthless, but the effect, it's crazy. Will it see play? Probably.
We'll see, I think. I mean, committing to 1-cost minions in your deck is quite a big commitment.
You can play it with Quest Hunter, but Quest Hunter is not on its best, so... Yeah, I don't know. It's probably a thing. It's going to be maybe a thing, but I think it's going to be probably more casual thing than ladder. So...
Yeah, but still, as you said, like the Elven Archer and the Boar and stuff, those cards on its own are not that good to have in your deck. So
no, but you can destroy any creature you want.
Yeah,
if it's...
but you only play those cards because you have Toxmonger in your deck.
Yeah.
If you grab those cards and you don't have Toxmonger in your hand or in play,
yeah, that's worthless.
The value of the cards drops.
Yeah, pretty much like big time.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying probably we'll see play, but not much.
We'll see.
Alright, next up, Red Trap. 2 mana, secret if after your opponent plays 3 cards, and in turn summon a 6/6 rat. I find it pretty horrible.
The only thing I'm seeing right here is it's a trap versus aggro rush decks, like Murlocs.
Ah, good thing. Good point.
That's the only thing I'm seeing right here. Or elementals.
Yeah, but still, my opponent, if I put up a secret, he will play around this. Like, most classes are literally going to play most of the turns 2 cards, unless you're Miracle Rogue, which you dig your whole deck in. But that's about it.
Yeah. I think the most interesting part about Red Trap is you have to look at it in a different way. All the traps have one specific trigger. Some event has to occur once and the trap triggers.
Mm-hmm.
If I would be attacking you and the trap doesn't trigger, I know you don't have an explosive trap.
Yeah.
If I play a spell...
Or even freezing trap, for that matter.
Yeah. If I play a spell, for example, and nothing happens, okay, you don't have a cat in there.
Yeah, but that rotates out, so...
Yeah, for example. Then I'm like, okay, I can play spells. Then I play 3 spells. Oh crap, it was a red trap. This you're not really sure if it's a red trap until you play 3 cards in 1 turn.
Yeah. I don't know though. For a 6/6 body, 2 mana is great, but I don't know. However,
I'm not really that pleased about red trap.
No.
This is to be clear.
Nah, me neither. However, when I think about it though, let's say your opponent clears like his whole mana, but plays like more for his own minions than to think about yours. If he plays 3 cards and you have a 6/6 and his board is, well, mediocre, you have a 6/6 red, which could do pretty much damage.
Yeah.
So that is pretty good, but overall, no. No, it's an okay card, but no. For right now. Alright, so next up, we have 4 mana Wing Blast. Deal 4 damage to a minion. If a minion died in this turn, this costs 1. So 1 mana, 4 damage. That is pretty good.
Same opinion with the Houndmaster. This one gives you way more control over the board, which for Hunter is so important.
I think it will see play. Definitely.
I can trade one of my creatures with one of yours, and then I have a 1 mana 4 damage removal spell.
Yeah.
I remember Crush from Warrior. I think this is better.
Yeah, this is way better. Well, not really, because you need to have damage me, and that Crush, like, destroyed the minion. This only deals damage, and that was 3 mana. So...
4 damage for 1?
Yeah,
you can remove it 4 damage.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's almost like the Jasper Spellstone from Druid.
Yeah.
So, and it needs to be a minion, not friendly or enemy, so you can only also kill your own. So it's pretty good.
If a minion died, so yeah, you can also indeed just attack an enemy minion, kill it, and then use Wing Blast to kill another one.
Exactly. So it's pretty good.
Better. Yeah.
I think it's pretty good. Alright. Next up, Duskhaven Hunter, 3 mana 2/5 stealth. Each turn this is in your hands, swap its stack and health.
Stupid werewolves.
So if it's going to swap, it's a 5/2 with stealth. So it's almost like a Jungle Panther, which is 3 mana 4/2. Jungle Panther did see play, but will this see play? Well, if it has Rush, then it might see play for 5/2.
No, I think it's just changing his attack and defense.
Yeah, but I think I would rather have a 2/5 than a 5/2, if I'm to be honest.
Depends on the game.
That is true.
If you go Bumrush face hunters, then 5/2.
Yeah.
And still, something with low defense and stealth is always a good thing in my book.
True.
Because it enables you to trade with high health.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely. But yeah, but you have so much board clears these days, which is insane. Like even Lord Godfrey can kill this right away, and then he has another battle cry. It's you need to play this early. Let's say it like that. Then it's going to be pretty good.
In my opinion, I would find the werewolves a lot more fun if the swapping of attack and health doesn't only occur in your hand.
Oh, good point. Oh, that's actually a pretty good one.
Then I would be more interested in the werewolves, but at the moment, it's fun, it's interesting, especially for new players, but I don't think, if we're looking at competitive scene, that it will reach play.
No, me neither.
The hunter may be, by the way, the Duskhaven Hunter, but...
Yeah, maybe. Well, like I said...
We'll get to the werewolves later on, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so next up, 4 mana Dire Frenzy, give a beast +3/+3. This card is pretty insane if you think about it, but it's way too slow. Because Hunter does not have... Yeah, but Hunter does not have many draws. And let's say, like a lot of people say, you have Stone Tusk Boar, but my Stone Tusk Boars are still in the deck, my other 3. And it might be too late if to draw them. So...
This is the same thing, I think, with the Raptor, the one from Ngoro.
Oh, yeah.
2/1, that if it dies, you get a 4/3 in your deck.
True.
I mean, it is setting up something for later on. So at the moment, you would just have to look at it as 4 mana +3/+3 for a beast.
Yeah.
When you look at Paladin, for example, they have the Blessing of Kings, which is 4 mana +4/+4. So you are turning in a +1/+1 bonus, and in return you get 3 pumped up copies into your deck.
That's pretty sure.
I think this is pretty interesting if you're not going face hunt but more aggro control. Then I think Dire Frenzy is quite a good card.
Yeah, if you put it like that, then that's pretty interesting indeed.
But then you would still have to stick to aggro control with beasts that are significant.
True.
Could be possible. I'm really eager to try it out.
Yeah, me as well. Because, but still, also another example is Houndmaster. It's a 4-mana for free and still has a body on board as well. So yeah,
I think Dire Friends is also pretty good with the Mastiff that's coming up.
Oh yeah, the Hunting Mastiff indeed. But it would
2 mana 5/4 rush.
Yeah, that will be insane. But it will not keep its stats if it's going to be echoed. So at least that's what people are saying. If it's really true, I don't know.
I'm not really sure either how Echo exactly works.
Well, we'll see that actually, by the way, in 2 days. So if it will work. With day 9 and the Ben Broad stream. I'm very excited for that. But the hunting mastiff.
By the way, echoed copies are always the original version of the card.
Yeah, see? Okay, so it's not going to happen then. But however, you still have other 3 copies of Hunting Mastiff, so that is actually pretty good. So in total, we have 5 4s, which is in total 20 12s, which is ridiculous. And you can still play another Hunting Mastiff afterwards. So it's going to be like big stats, which is crazy.
I think Dire Frenzy is pretty nice and Hunted Mastiff.
Yeah.
Hunted Mastiff on his own, by the way, if you're talking about that card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen better.
Yeah, you need to play this like mid-game, if you can like do 3 of these or 4.
Yeah.
Then it's pretty good. On its own, no, it's horrible.
I think if we judge Hunter right now, in my opinion, most of these cards contribute to Hunter getting back board control.
Yeah, that definitely.
Master Shaw, Tox Manga, Windblast, Hunted Musty.
Yeah.
It's all about board control.
Yeah, and I think hopefully we'll see a Control Hunter, because when it was Death Rattle Hunter, I got Control Hunter to work, but again, like when the meta got all shifted, it just disappeared and got crushed. So it is possible, but maybe this expansion or maybe in a later expansion, I don't know. We'll see. For Hunter, right now, overall, I think it's going to be pretty good. I'm gonna give it a, well, let's say out of 100% for probably creativity and creatable and all the cards. I'm going to be saying like 65%. It's going to be a lot playable.
I think Hunter has some nice contributions.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, so it's playable.
Yeah.
Alright, so not a lot of Mage cards. First up, Toki Timethinker. Battlecry had a random legendary minion from Wild to your hand.
Yeah, from Wild.
So that's going to be interesting.
A lot of people resent Toki because it's too random, and the only thing I'm thinking about is 6 mana 5/5 gives me a legendary minion randomly. I'm gonna play this just for the fun of it.
Yeah, I gotta give you a Ragnaros, Dr. Boom, even ETC and Gul'Dan Megatorque, which is pretty fun.
But you can also get the shit ones.
Yeah, of course.
Mana Storm, Nut.
No, Millhouse is still classic, so it's still possible. No.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
So let's see what kind of.
No, goodness.
That's going to be pretty good.
What's the other one? The guy that if he dies, then you turn into Ragnaros.
Oh, Majordomo. Yeah, that's going to be horrible.
Majordomo.
None may challenge the living.
Yeah.
So I think Toki Timethinker is going to be a lot of fun. Definitely.
Absolutely.
I will try it. Like on its own, I think it's going to be a pretty good card. Definitely.
The other 2 cards, by the way, Archmage Aragorn and Book of Scepters. When these 2 cards get revealed, I'm thinking they're trying to push Mage into more hunter environment.
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about that. It's just pure minions, and that's why I said like earlier, what was it, yesterday or day before, with the Elemental Mage, like with Outcasts, that's going to be insane. But however, these are only even cards, so you need to like put Gan Greymane in, which then only your hero power costs 1, which is also pretty good.
Yeah, still, if you look at it, elementals, when you talk about even, You still have Shimmering Tempest. You still have Steam Searcher. You still have Water Elemental.
But you cannot play you cannot play Frostless Chain out, which is
that's going to be a problem.
Yeah. But you still can play spells like Frostbolt, Fireballs, Blizzards, Pyroblast.
You don't want to play spells if you have Book of Scepters and Archmage Aracle in your deck.
Well, actually, Trump talked about the possibilities. Like, if you have like only 8 spells in your deck, it's a pretty low chance that you draw spells. But knowing Hearthstone, you're only gonna draw spells.
Yeah, but still, if you're talking about bum rushing, just low creatures with decent stats, you have Archmage Aracle on turn 2, or on turn 4 or 5, whatever. And you play Book of Scepters. You draw 3 cards. Well, in the most convenient situation, no spells, you get 3 creatures, which makes 6 if you have the Archmage in play.
Yeah.
Hey, cool! I got a full hand of creatures again. Let's go!
And if it's all elemental synergy, it's going to be insane. Like, for example, let's say 2 Steam Searchers, Water Elementals. That's pretty insane.
I'll take 2 Pyros any day.
Exactly. So, yeah, like in the combos, it's going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think it would be something I would be willing to try.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still curious how good it will be, because you have to rely on all the battle cry and death rattle effects that your creatures can have.
True.
For removal and stuff.
So yeah, I think Archmage Aracle and Book of Scepters will definitely see play. Definitely. But on the other hand, for the next one, Vexcrow, I'm not so sure about this one. I think it's shit.
Yeah, your opinion was the 2 cost, and what kills most people with 2 cost is when you get a Doomsayer.
Yeah, and also if I play spells, if a Lorewalker Cho is summoned, well, he gets my spells. I don't know.
Yeah.
You need to play like this on a very late turn with a lot of spells. You can actually like maybe not really, but like with Violet Teacher. I think Violet Teacher is way better. She has a 3/5 body and well, it summons 1/1s, but I'm pretty safe for not like destroying my whole deck or my whole board even.
Yeah, I think if Vexcrow was 3/4, then I would find it more interesting.
Yeah. I think this is trash.
Because then it would be a bad version of Murloc Knight.
Yeah. No, sorry. I think it's horrible.
Okay. Black Cat, on the other hand, is a pretty good card.
It's a little Azure Drake, which is mind-baffling. However, I thought about it, if it's only had odd cost cards, so you need like, for example, Elemental, then I don't have any spells, well mostly I don't. So the spell damage is worthless. The only thing I can think about is Dragon's Fury, Explosive Ruin, Flame Strike, Arcane Missiles, and probably that's almost about it. At least that's what I can think about.
Basically, yes.
So, the card on its own is magnificent. A 3/3 plus spell damage and a draw card. That's insane.
I think Black Cat is more for aggro control with removal spells.
Yeah. This card would definitely see play. Like on its own, it's a great card. It's wow.
Absolutely.